Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting video about how to make a YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about algorithm strategies. Now, algorithm is a very complex beast, and I could probably spend an hour right now talking about what I know about the algorithm and what I've learned and what I've gotten wrong about the algorithm. The algorithm's pretty simple. We're going to break this part of the algorithm story down into hopefully about 10-15 minutes. So, the way the algorithm works is when you upload a video, it tests it out with people. And I've sort of mentioned this before. So let's say you got 5 people, right? And those 5 people watch it, and 2 of them like the video. So they watch the whole thing and they give it a thumbs up, and they may even leave a comment. The other 3 people clicked it off or didn't even click on it. And so now YouTube algorithm eliminates those people. Now, what they do is they go, okay, well, that person likes this, this, this. They all 3 like videos about whipped cream and pumpkin pie. Your videos about apple pie and whipped cream. So the people over here that still watched your video, they like apple pie and whipped cream. They've seen other things with apple pie and whipped cream, but these pumpkin pie freaks over here, they don't want nothing to do with your apple pie story. So they just go away. This teaches the algorithm in a split second, okay, people that are into pumpkin pie, those freaks that eat it when it's not even the holidays, those freaks, we're not going to show this video to anymore. But those apple pie people, we're going to find more of them and we're going to show this video to them. Now, this has all happened in milliseconds, okay? So your 2 apple pie people love your apple pie video and they watched it. They show it to a bunch of other apple pie people and then they kind of break it down. Okay, we showed it to 500 apple pie people and only 100 of them watched the video. Now, what do those 100 have in common? And then they look and the algorithm goes, well, these people also like hot dogs and hamburgers and 4th of July. They all match that category. So now YouTube's algorithm is going to seek out other hamburger, hot dog, 4th of July people, and they're going to show it the video. They're going to show the video to them. Okay.
A few moments later.
I just bit the hell out of my lip. So this is going to be kind of weird. So they've showed it to all those 4th of July hamburger hot dog people, and then they still go out further. What else do all these hamburger, hot dog, apple pie loving people like? Well, they like country western music. So now the algorithm goes, let's show this to more people that love apple pie, 4th of July, and country western music. And they try that. And then they break it down. And maybe the algorithm gets it wrong and goes, hey, these country music people, they don't like this video. Let's quit giving it to them and let's try something else. Maybe people that listen to the blues, something like that. So then they keep testing it with new audiences. And once after a day or so, they have it narrowed down. They just start feeding it to people. They're pushing it to people they think will like it. That's what YouTube does. It's not pushing videos on you. It's pulling interests that you have, okay? And it's offering it to you. That's what it's doing. It's not pushing videos on someone, and it's not pushing somebody's video. It is actually finding the people that will like that, and then they offer it to them to watch. There it is, right there. Maybe you'll like one of these. It's almost like a grocery store that, let's say, a Safeway someplace. Okay, Safeway in Beaverton, Oregon, where I live, might sell lime Kool-Aid, or Jello out the door. People for some reason around here love lime Kool-Aid. But let's say they go up to Seattle, and in Seattle, nobody buys lime Kool-Aid. So they offer other flavors like strawberry and grape. And then they find out the people of Seattle love the strawberry. So going forward, the display is going to be more strawberry Kool-Aid in Seattle and more lime Kool-Aid in Beaverton, Oregon. And that's kind of what your home screen is. They know what you like, and they're going to offer you more of what you like, okay? Now, there are some things you could click on there to change it to where, you want to see more new stuff. These days, they got a little too where you were getting too much of what you really liked, and you weren't finding anything else. This is about a year ago, and it got to the point where I was seeing nothing but the same stuff over and over. Since then, they learned, and now they push some new stuff on you that they think you might try. They're not sure, but they want to give it a shot. So you see more of that. About a year ago, Oh my God, if you watch something political, next thing I knew, if I could see 20 videos as soon as I turn on YouTube, I swear 18 of them were political. And it was really irritating. But that's how they work. They keep pushing out your video and they find people that like it for you, okay? Now, here's the problem with that. They're going to find you new people that are interested in your videos. But if you change what you're doing too much, it might, it'll hurt. It'll hurt your channel. Now, this is why. So let's say they got all these people they just sent it out to. And then next month, you decide you're going to do some pumpkin pie videos just to see if you can get some of that pumpkin pie crowd. Well, too many of your people don't like pumpkin pie. So they push it out to your apple pie people and your 4th of July people and all that. And they're all, I hate pumpkin pie. Why is he doing this pumpkin pie garbage? And they don't watch the video. So if you go too far from your target audience, it's going to hurt your videos. Okay. It's not just because your people don't like it. It'll actually hurt it worse because it'll stop blocking some of the audience that they've already established for you. So I guess, so let's take the pumpkin pie, apple pie thing off the table. Let's look at it this way. Let's say you're doing let's take World According to Briggs. Okay. I got World According to Briggs. I try and stay not very political, right? I might mention things here or there, or if I do a thing where top 10 red states to buy a house, things like that. I don't get into my opinions on politics or anything like that. But if next week, all of a sudden, I started doing political stuff, I've just burned some bridges with people that hate politics. Okay. Now, politics is a really, really popular thing to talk about right now, and the audience might be there, but I would burn all the hard work I've done in the past by switching that much of a game changer. Now, I usually talk about the United States over there. I know my core audience wants to know about the United States. When I do an international video, let's say Europe, they're still sort of interested because, there's some commonality there. There's geography, and I'm talking about where people could live or where people should live and things like that. That's the common ground that they all have, okay? Some of the people that just watch the US stuff won't watch the international stuff. And that's just part of the thing. So you have to make sure you don't do too big of a change and to block your growth. That's what could happen. Now, if you're going to change directions on your channel completely, don't try and go back to the other one. Like, don't try it for a week and go back to your old one. You've just screwed your channel, okay? So what you do is if you decide you're going to switch gears on your channel, let's say you are that apple pie channel. You have the best apple pie recipes. You talk apple pie. You go to places where they make good apple pies. You do top 10 lists of store-bought apple pies and all that. Well, maybe kind of filter out what goes with apple pie. Ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream and apple pie is perfect. Let's take a look at vanilla ice cream for a while, because chances are it's kind of in the same genre. They're talking about apple pies. Well, what goes with apple pies? That's how you got to look at it. I do geography. I do the United States. Well, some people from the United States do move to Europe, so give it a shot. See how it works. But don't be making apple pie and then next week you decide you're going to start talking about Legos. People be all, what the hell is going on here? What happened to the apple pie stuff? Why am I watching Legos? So you got to make sure you don't veer too far away because you're going to hurt your growth. Okay. Now, YouTube never tells you exactly what's going on with the algorithm. Okay. Now, they've explained what I told you about how they push it out to people. They've explained that to no end. But little things, little strategies, they never come out and say, well, yeah, that could hurt your channel. They never tell you that stuff. It's all trial and error and watching other YouTubers, how they talk about that stuff. I've done that before. I just totally switched gears and it hurt the channel in a big way. So I kind of had to back away from it. And that's sort of the political thing. I've talked about, I'll get a good video, the top 10 reddest states, and then I try and follow it up with more political stuff. Well, like that. And you could just tell people, put up with it once or twice, but if I start doing it 2, 3, 4 times, they're all like, what the hell is going on here? And they start clicking off my channel. I've seen in the comment section, people are like, you're getting too political. I'm not watching anymore, or I'm unsubscribing. That's understandable. You're going to lose subscribers every month once you get over 1,000 or something like that. They just come and go. And that's fine. But when you start seeing it a lot, that's when you realize you're doing something wrong. Now, let's take another part of that. The algorithm loves content that is similar. I've already established that. If you have a video that hits, that let's say it is the best vanilla ice cream for Apple, that's a big hit for you, right? So now you're all, how do I fix that? What do I follow that up with? You want to stay in that same vein a little bit because now people are interested in what you just did. So now that's where you start looking. Well, where does apple pie and vanilla ice cream take me to? A vanilla shake. Maybe, some freak likes to pour a vanilla shake over his apple pie. Maybe do a video on that. You're sticking with vanilla, you're sticking with apple pie, and you're going to try it out. You're going to ride that wave in, okay? My experience, when you get to about the third video, you see people kind of wane on their interest. So, feel that one out. But if you have a hit, follow it up with something similar. Okay. That is one of the best things you could do for your channel. Okay. So keep an eye out for those videos that sort of blow up. Okay. Say you're used to getting 500 views in a week from a video, but you put one up and it's got 3,000 views. You better follow it up with something. Okay. Because that's your money train right there. When it comes to the algorithm, also, you got to watch out for trends. Sometimes there's a trend and you hit it, and then everyone starts hitting it, and then you just get left in the thing. Try not to follow trends too much because that's it's sort of an uphill battle. You might get some initial subscribers and viewers, but a lot of them only came there for that trend. And then when that trend is over, they move on. You might hold on to a few, but it's really not a good strategy because once the trend's over, that video is dead and it's not making you more money. And those people that maybe signed on because they saw your really cool video about whatever it was. What was that show? Oh my God, what was that show? Hasselback with the car. Knight Rider? Yeah. So let's say you do a video on Knight Rider, right? So if you got to this point and there was a strange cut and felt like I should have been talking about something else, I went off on a tangent that didn't make sense about the show Knight Rider. And if it comes out with a movie and trending, forget I did that. That's today's video. Everybody have a great day. See you tomorrow.